Hello, I'm Naidoo, a relationship coach and owner of Executive Matchmaking. So the big question right now is, can we date remotely? Can we actually find love remotely? So when it comes to our businesses, we have found creative ways to work remotely. So my question to you is, why not when it comes to finding love? Why can't we do the same thing? Find creative ways. I think right now is an exceptional time for us to actually focus on relationships. Before moving into a new relationship, we always have to take some time to introspect and ask ourselves, why did the last relationship fail? What were the good things about that relationship that I would like to experience again in a future relationship? And what are the things that I would change, I would do differently? It's not about trying to fix the ex. That's their business, that's their journey, right? It's about you. Can you show up differently in the next relationship to prevent those problems? Ask yourself questions like, who do I want to be in the next relationship? Am I someone that is very picky and judgmental, or am I someone that is very loving, caring, supportive? Do I consider myself high maintenance, or am I really easygoing? Did I have no boundaries in the past? Maybe I need to put some in place this time around. So when we start reflecting inwardly, we can create the next relationship so much more consciously and not just hoping for the best, right? So that's about the past. What about the present? So if you've met someone, what can you do remotely to date? So there are so many interesting ways. One of the things I have to warn you against is, do not do the texting only, because you can never get to know someone purely by texting, right? I've been saying to my clients for years now, when we look at the world that we live in, it's very much an instant society. You know, we have fast foods, we do a Google search, we get answers instantly, and we want everything to move really quickly. But the one place that we have to slow things down is relationships. This is the one place where we have to really take the time to get to know each other. And dating remotely is going to be your perfect opportunity to slow it down. I also think that normally a lot of people become physical way too soon when they've met a new person. And here again, we've got the opportunity to slow this down, to really connect with someone beforehand. So do more of the audio calls, do some video calls, do lots of those. Can you have a coffee date maybe? You know, dress up as you would if you were meeting in person for a coffee date. You each make your coffees in your own home, sit down and do a video call, right? Have the conversation as you would have if you were sitting in a restaurant. As you get to know each other more, can you maybe, one person's cooking, you're still on a video call, and now you're starting to share what you're doing. Could you maybe both watch the same movie and come back and discuss it? You know, make your popcorn, watch your movies, and then come back and have a chat about that. What about your intentions for the lockdown? Maybe you want to focus on eating healthy, or doing some yoga. Maybe you've always wanted to write, and here's your opportunity to do that. Or you wanted to paint, or you wanted to grow a herb garden. These are opportunities for us to do these things. We can set intentions, and then we can hold each other accountable, right? So you said you were going to plant your herb garden yesterday. So did you do it? 1 week later, so how's it going? You know, any growth happening there? So we can actually hold each other accountable. The best advice that I can give you when you're dating remotely or in person is to be absolutely authentic. Be yourself. Because when you can be really who you are, the right person is going to find that very attractive. And the wrong people will want to fix you and change you, and you don't want to be in those relationships anyway, right? So give yourselves a break, give yourself some space, and use this opportunity to really get to know someone. The one thing I would advise against, I know when people date online, when you find people on one of the dating sites or the dating apps, then there is just too much choices, too many options, right? And if you're talking to a dozen people at the same time, it's very much like having a dozen radio stations on at the same time. It's just a lot of noise, and you're not really going to hear anything of value. So if you are connecting with people, be very selective. Select just maybe 2 or 3 profiles at the most, and connect with those people. Try to get to know those people on a deeper level, being authentic and seeing who are the people that are connecting with you on that same level. So if you can do that, you're going to slow it down, you're going to really get to know people, and it will be easier for you to make the decisions when you actually meet in person. Also, don't get overly emotionally invested, because sometimes, it can be really nice just chatting and you find you have a lot in common. But remember, you've got to also meet in person to know whether the chemistry is there. For a healthy relationship, the physical attraction, the chemistry should be there. On a mental level, you must be able to connect and have a conversation on the same level and understand each other. Then later comes the emotional connection, the heart connection, and there also has to be a spiritual connection, which has more to do with your purpose and your values than it has to do with religion, right? So slow it down, have some fun, find some really, really creative ways that you can connect with people, and have fun in the process. Thank you very much. We'll chat soon. If you like this kind of content, I'm going to be sharing a lot more in terms of relationships, the kinds of questions we can ask each other, and all kinds of dating and relationship advice. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and we'll chat again soon.